broadcasting from Manhattan Beach and the World Wide Web. You're listening to CHSR, HealthyLife.net.
As a service to our listeners, this program is for general information and entertainment purposes only. CHSR HealthyLife.net does not recommend, endorse, or object to the views, products, or topics expressed or discussed by show hosts or their guests. We suggest you always consult with your own personal, medical, financial, or legal advisor.
Time now for the Business Beat. Join your host, Ralph White, along with his co-hosts, Leanne Farmer, Bonnie Lantow, and Mary Mollenhoff, and their guests. Business Beat, keeping their finger on the pulse of business to increase the flow of profit. Here now is your host, Ralph White, and the Business Beat.
Welcome to the Business Beat. We have a great show planned for you today. I'm here today with Mary Mollenhoff, my co-host. Hello, Mary.
Hi, Ralph.
How are you today?
Great. And it's 2 weeks in a row we get to do the show together.
Yes.
This is fun.
Excellent. So we're going to be with a lady here today that is going to be a coaching client for us. We're going to be coaching her on her business. So I'm excited about that opportunity. So this is going to be an actual coaching call. So our listeners are going to have the opportunity to listen to us work with a client and help develop ideas and possibilities for their business. And so you can actually get a sense of what it's like to be on a coaching call and work with us. So, Mary, you want to introduce our guest?
Yes, we have Jennifer Anderson from Kenzie Cakes.
Okay. Jennifer, are you in the line?
I sure am.
Oh, welcome to the show. We're delighted to have you with us. So tell us a little bit about your business.
Sure. Kenzie Cakes, we are gourmet cupcakes. We use all fresh ingredients. Our top seller is red velvet, followed by our carrot cake, chocolate, lemon, strawberry, and a great classic vanilla birthday cake. Kind of brings you back to your 5th birthday party.
Oh, sounds interesting. Sounds delicious, actually. So when I start working with a client, I like to look at what you want to create in your business. And we want to create 3 intentions. And when I talk about intentions, I'm not speaking of goals. I'm speaking of something that you want to create out of a possibility. A goal is usually something you create from the past. You just started your business, didn't you?
I did. We opened in January.
Okay, great. So you actually don't have a past to look into to actually create a goal.
Correct.
Most people create goals. They look into last year and say, well, sales were $100,000 last year, and so we'll stretch that a little bit, and maybe we'll make $120,000 our goal for this year. So they're creating a future based on the past. And the premise of that is, I can run a little faster, work a little harder, and somehow build on what I know and create that future. The reality of that is it's based on the premise that somehow the past would repeat itself, which is actually impossible. So it's really not a good way to build your future. I define an intention as something that you look out into the realm of possibilities, and that's why the name of our company is Possibilities Unlimited. So we bring you a world of unlimited possibilities, and you pick one. And then you create that as an intention, and then we're going to use that as a tool to create the future of your company. So when you look at what you'd like to have in your company by the end of this year, what would one of those intentions be?
I'd like to be at a place where I can have a staff. Right now I'm a one-woman shop. I do all the baking, the selling, and the delivering of the cupcakes. So in the short term, I'd like to possibly be in a place where I can afford to have staff members.
What would the staff members do?
Well, just a second here.
Oh, okay.
Before we start with a staff, if I brought you over 100 people and said, okay, Jennifer, here's 100 people here for a staff, and you now have a payroll of about $400,000 a month, is that exactly what you want?
No.
Okay, so
I guess maybe that's a little premature then.
Okay, so let's take a look at what you really want to start with.
Volume. Increased volume.
Increase volume. Mm-hmm. Okay, what does that look like?
That looks like over 100 cupcakes per day.
Okay. Okay. Well, so let's dig down a little deeper here. Why are you doing this?
Really, it's a passion. It's a passion of mine to bake and deliver smiles with cupcakes.
Okay, that's good. So you could do that as a hobby.
I could, but I would like to be successful enough to have a bakery.
Okay, so what's that going to take to be? What are you defining successful enough?
Really, where we're positive with our revenue and our sales.
Okay, now we're getting down to what I'm looking for. So, what kind of revenue are you interested in?
Short term, like about 100 a day is what I'd like to do short term.
$100 a day?
Oh no, 100 cupcakes. So we're looking at, at least retail for me is probably closer to $500 a day.
Okay, so what would that translate into an annual figure?
Probably around about maybe 200,000 to start, somewhere a little smaller.
Okay, well, let's not go smaller. I like 200,000. That's a good starting number.
Yep.
But on 200,000, how much of that would you get to keep?
Once I less out my ingredients and kitchen time and that sort of thing, probably closer down to maybe somewhere around the 80 mark, or even less.
Okay, I don't like that less kind of number.
Yeah, so that's why I'm looking for help.
Well, help is just going to make it even less. So I think that sales number is going to have to go up. So what were you doing before you went into business for yourself?
Before this, I was in banking, accounting, investments, venture lending.
Okay. And didn't you go into business for yourself in order to probably make more money and to have more free time?
I did.
Okay, so let's keep that in mind. So if if you could have it any way you wanted, how much money would you like to make?
Net?
Yes, net to you.
To me, gosh, we'd be happy with 500,000.
Okay, so that 500,000. Okay, so what would it take for you to make $500,000?
I'd need to have volumes closer to selling like 1,000 cupcakes a day.
Okay, all right, and that would equate to what per year?
Say what, 300,000 probably daily at 365. Probably around closer to the million mark.
Okay, so about 1 million cupcakes a year.
Correct.
Okay, good. So here's the thing. You're going to be working on a problem, right? In a business, you're always going to be working on a problem. And the key is, when you solve that problem, is it going to give you something that you want? So would you rather be working on the problem that's going to give you $80,000 a year, or the problem that's going to give you $500,000 a year?
500,000, obviously.
Okay, good. Good answer. So you could have an intention of selling 1 million cupcakes a year. Mm-hmm. Okay, rather than, what was the number we had before? 200,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the reason, is, and I call it an intention. If we set it as a goal, if your goal was to sell 1 million and you ended up selling 200,000, then you would say you failed and you weren't good enough and you probably should have stayed in banking.
Right.
Because that's the way we tend as human beings to go. Mm-hmm. Okay, but if you use it as an intention, I would say that you use that intention as a tool to make that 200,000 show up.
Gotcha.
In other words, now it's something that you're working on. You're in the process of developing. You're creating. You're on your path to the million, and it just happened on the first year you hit the 200,000 mark. But you're designing your business for the million. You're developing that $500,000 to you.
Right.
That's what you're working on. Your big plan is, I'm making $500,000.
Right.
You're not living in a small model. You're living in a bigger picture. And what happens in a bigger picture, you're thinking about, what's it going to look like when I got a kitchen that makes 1 million cupcakes? What is it going to look like when I'm distributing 1 million cupcakes? What are the kinds of marketing plans that I have? Now, don't go out and spend money like you're selling 1 million cupcakes. Don't develop, a staff. Don't take those 100 people I was going to bring you and start put them on the payroll. But thinking in the model of 1 million cupcakes, standing in that picture, what does your company look like?
On our way to get there.
So in your mind, let's say that by the end of the year, you in fact accomplished it. You're selling 1 million cupcakes. Tell me what your business would look like.
It would look like I would need additional staff, so I'd have to myself and maybe 1 or 2 other people, in addition to maybe a larger space to bake out of.
Okay, so you got a larger space. You have additional staff. What else does it look like?
Of delivery options, maybe a delivery vehicle.
Okay, so we've got a delivery truck. What kind of customers do we have?
Primarily, our target customer is families. Families with lots of children, lots of birthday parties. That's our general target. We also have a lot of, frequent buyers. We have a lot of people that follow us market to market.
Okay, so maybe you have a subscription type buying where people, have monthly deliveries or weekly deliveries of cupcakes.
Yep.
Okay, or how about
We have a lot of parties, a lot of corporate events, office get-togethers, and that sort of thing.
Okay, or you're doing pre-sales.
Yes, pre-sales.
Okay, what about cupcakes in stores or?
Yes, definitely. I would like to be wholesaling options.
Okay, so who would be some of the companies you'd be wholesaling to?
Grocery store chains, Whole Foods, Bristol Farms.
Okay, good, excellent. What's unique about your cupcakes? What's unique about different about your product?
Sure, it's all in our taste. We use natural ingredients. They're all premium, high-end. You won't have that artificial taste. Our lemon, for example, is made with a whole lemon, California grown. We use the zest, the juice, the entire lemon. We don't use any artificial flavorings or additives in our cupcakes. It's a very pure taste, baked fresh, similar to our parents, our mothers and grandmothers, similar to what they would bake. That's what we present.
So like homemade.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so what other venues would be marketing your product?
High-end parties, ladies' luncheons and teas, baby showers. On a high end, it would be great to do, red carpet events.
Okay.
Black tie, that sort of thing.
Excellent. Are you writing these things down?
Yes.
Okay, good. Excellent. So you're beginning to envision what your company looks like at the $1 million mark.
Yep.
Okay, so we've created a much bigger picture, bigger by creating the bigger intention. And what's driving it, we're driving your business from the bottom line. We're driving it from what you want.
Yep.
Normally what people do is they go out and they develop a product. They go out and they work hard. They sell. They, pay their employees. They pay their bills. They work hard. And then they get what they call the bottom line. It's sort of like, the owner gets what's left over,
Right.
In the business. Okay. And that's sort of, I like to flip that around and, redesign the business where you drive the business from the bottom line, where you're actually, what do I want? and then design the business around what you want, as opposed to you ending up with what's left over.
Gotcha.
So that you're the engineer, you're the architect, you're the designer of the future of your business. Otherwise, you will end up like most people, a good percentage of the entrepreneurs out there that leave their job, go into business, end up working more hours and making less money and wondering what happened.
And having less time.
And having a lot less time.
So essentially, I want to be paying myself first. And
Yes. Yes.
then
Yes.
what's left.
Put that in big letters on your notes. Pay myself first.
Yep.
You know, people hear that, but they don't do that. You know, it's really, it's essential. See, you have to force your business to do that.
Yep.
It's very interesting that it's like in your business, your expenses will go up.
Yep.
And what occurs is it forces people to do things, to drive up their income to pay those expenses. You know, what I've noticed in the past 2 years is there's been a lot of changes in business, and there's been a lot of changes. The income has gone down,
Yep.
which has forced people to make very difficult changes in business, very difficult decisions that they have been reluctant to do in the past, which has forced them, you know, to redesign their businesses. And out of that, some businesses that we work with have gotten extremely profitable. You know, sales have gone down by 50%. They've restructured their business, and profits have doubled over what they were before.
Yep.
And people are amazed, like, Ralph, my sales are half and my profits are double. How's that possible? Well, you wouldn't make the tough decisions of reducing, you know, overhead, reducing labor, you know, reducing the size of your building when you didn't have this, you know, when you didn't need it. And then when you did make those tough decisions, all of a sudden you got more efficient. You got more effective. So it's, you know, if you're driving your business from the bottom line,
Yep.
you know, you will be a more efficient business.
Yep.
Yes, I wanted to ask a couple of questions too. So, in your previous work as a banker, what kind of relationships did you have? Were you on the banking side of it? Were you on the sales side of it? What was your role?
A little bit of combination. I was doing the analytics, and I was doing venture lending. So there were new ventures coming to my team and presenting an idea that they have, and they were looking for funding money.
So that could be a really good first place to start in terms of the corporate part of your business plan.
Yeah.
So you could say, hey, you know, and in fact, you know, I have a couple of kids myself, so I've seen the new trend in birthday cakes and all that kind of stuff is, you know, it's like 50 cupcakes are the bottom of the cake, and then the top is the icing that makes it look like it's actually one cake,
Yep.
but it's a whole bunch of cupcakes underneath.
Yep.
So maybe you could, you know, design one kind of as a fun thing that, I don't know, looks like a bank or looks like a building or looks like the, you know, just something that would represent a fun corporate event kind of thing. You know, drop it by with your card and maybe a small brochure that you're a flyer, and just start getting the word out. Because as people, especially people who worked with you, with whom you've had great relationships, see what you're doing and how enthusiastic and into it that you are, they're probably going to get really excited about it and do things to help you. You know, first of all, they'll hear your story about how it's fresh, and they're probably going to be excited about that, as well as they're going to want to help you. So I think it could be a really good place for you to start. I'm not sure if you've already done that or not.
No, but that would be a great idea. Definitely reaching out.
Okay. We're going to take a break here, and we'll be right back with Jennifer Anderson and talking about growing her business. So stay tuned.
Do you own your own business? What would happen if your computer system crashed? would you be able to recover in a reasonable amount of time? Left Brain Tech's computer services caters to business owners who want reliable computer systems that work and are backed up in case of emergency. For your entire computer needs, call 888-239-2216 or visit leftbraintechs.com. IT solutions done right with Left Brain Techs. That's 888-239-2216 or leftbraintechs.com.
Making it perfect or nothing else is the company culture at Goldbrecht USA, a premier luxury window and door manufacturer. Doing business since 1889, every window and door is made with old-world craftsmanship and the finest materials, meticulous design, sleek finishing, and a commitment to the environment. They even use environmentally friendly transportation. Made in Germany, available in the U.S., Goldbrecht USA is located in Santa Monica, California. For the world's best windows and doors, visit www.goldbrechtusa.com or call now at 310-393-5540. That's 310-393-5540.
If you're like the 8 out of 10 women that say finding jeans that fit is a problem, well, your problem is solved. Lee Jeans has done extensive research, and they have jeans that fit. There's even an online Lee Fit Finder so you can find the right fit for you. Imagine jeans that instantly slim you with a custom fit and no gap waistband. And guys, kids, Lee has jeans for you too. Click through to Lee's Jeans on the HealthyLife.net advertiser page and get what fits.
Put a little light in your life and keep it shining with Intellectric.net, a full-service lighting design company. If you need a top electrical contracting firm to deal with all facets of electrical, from concept to completion, including repair, call Intellectric.net at 310-838-5486. They can use green technology. They are home automation specialists and they are high-end residential specialists. With prompt and efficient service, Intellectric.net has over 10 trucks, 28 employees, and on-call electricians available to handle your needs. Educated in state-of-the-art techniques and technology for all your electrical needs. Call dependable, innovative Intellectric.net today at 310-838-5486. Keep your light shining. Call 310-838-5486 or visit online at Intellectric.net.
HealthyLife.net for healthy side effects.
Welcome back. This is Ralph White, and I'm here with Leanne Farmer, and we have Jennifer Anderson, and she's with
Kenzie Cupcakes.
Kenzie Cupcakes. Thank you. And we're talking about when we're coaching her on her business. So Jennifer, we have your one intention of selling 1 million cupcakes and creating $500,000 net to you.
Yes.
Okay. So that would be one intention. And I like to work with 3. So what would another intention be?
Another intention would be to increase awareness to my customers and really reach out. That way everyone knows that they don't have to go downtown to get a fabulous cupcake, that they can come in the South area, in the South beach towns.
Okay.
My next intention is to kind of increase awareness.
Okay, so what I'm hearing you say is that you want to develop a sales and marketing system that would sell those 1 million cupcakes.
Yes.
Okay, so it's develop a sales and marketing system that would actually sell. How about we develop a sales and marketing system that would sell 2 million cupcakes?
That would be fabulous.
That way we have some growth. Okay.
Yep.
And now I'll go back to your hiring people.
Wait, can we back up a little
Sure.
bit? Because I'm also hearing her say that she wants brand recognition.
Right.
Which is also another piece of it, so
Right.
that they know Kenzie Cupcakes means this fresh
Right.
idea.
Definitely. That's in there as well. Yeah, see, there's a lot of, as a coach, we listen for what's in the unsaid.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that you're saying, but there's a lot of things in the unsaid that you're communicating along with what you're saying. And that's what we're listening for. The specific measurable results that you're looking for. So that's what we're listening for. So now I'll go back to the people. I'm okay now that you're going to hire people because now we've got enough sales to pay for them without taking the money out of your pocket or out of your savings.
Yep.
So, now we need a delivery system. We need those kitchens, we need the staff, we need the other people. So we need a delivery system that would deliver those million cupcakes. So that would be the three intentions, the three things that you would be working on.
Yep.
The three drivers of your business, so that everything that you would be working on would either be something that would be moving on selling it, or moving on delivering it, or moving on making you money.
Yep.
So those would be the factors, that you would use as the tools for growing your business. There would be, whatever you're doing, you'd look at it and say, well, is this going to sell my million cupcakes? Okay, yes, then that's a good idea. Is this going to deliver them? Yes, then that's something I want to consider. Is this going to make me $500,000? Yes, then it's something I should consider. And if it's not going to deliver on one of those three things, most likely you wouldn't want to do it.
Okay. So can I ask this? At
Please.
what point, for someone in my position where I'm baking out of a commercial kitchen, to bridge that gap to go into my own bakery, to have my own kitchen that I would essentially rent or own, separate from what I'm doing now?
Well, you'd want to start building a bridge plan between where you're at and where that next step is. You'd build a model of what the costs would be at that next step. You'd say, okay, if I move into my own kitchen, what are the costs going to be? How many cupcakes do I need to be selling in order to make a profit? What percentage of profit do I want to maintain? In other words, what is my percentage of profit that I'm at currently? What is the percentage that I want?
Right.
When I'm maintaining that profit, what's the percentage that I need to have in order to make the step to the next level?
Right.
Because you don't want to step up and then have your income go down.
Right. Right.
You actually sort of want to overload the current level before you move to the next one.
Gotcha. Okay.
You'll find that there's an interesting factor that occurs in a business when it moves to the next level. There's sort of like a quantum leap that occurs if you sort of overload the current level and then move to the next level. You'll get sort of like a turbo boost in business. If you don't do that, business will go down because your expenses have gone up and you can't afford them.
Understood.
But if you're overloaded, if you're crowded, if your capacity, you want to look at, in manufacturing, the key measurement in manufacturing is what is my capacity and what percentage of that do I have sold? So like at the current level, what is your capacity to manufacture cupcakes? How many can you make a day?
I can do, let's see, frosted baked in an hour. I can probably do 50. So if I was doing, if we're doing, let's see, in an hour I can do about 12. So if we look at like a 12-hour day, probably around 800 or so.
Okay, so that's your current capacity.
Currently, yes.
And
Okay.
is that because you're the only one doing it, or so if you had more people, you could make more?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
This is just me solely baking, frosting, and the whole turnaround.
Okay, so you could, by adding one more person, how many could you increase that to?
Probably, double it to 1,600 plus.
Okay.
1,600 plus. If we were to double it.
Could you do that with the current equipment you have?
I'd probably have to invest in a couple more pieces of equipment.
Okay, so you'd build that plan. You'd say one person, capacity is 800. Two people, capacity is 1,600 with these two pieces of equipment. Three people, capacity would be 2,400 with these pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
At that point, I will exceed the capacity of my current facility.
Yeah.
And then I have to move to the next facility, and the cost of that facility would be, $500 a day more, or whatever the number is.
Right, and that's where I'd focus to overload so I
Correct.
can make the next jump.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
Plus, you could, you could also figure out if there's, some economies of scale. If you have somebody just doing the mixing and the baking and somebody else doing the frosting instead of, 800 people. One person doing, 800 cupcakes at a time from the beginning to the end. So you might find even more efficiencies as you start growing your group and experimenting with it.
Yep.
Right. Okay, we're going to take another break. And when we come back, Jennifer from Crazy Cakes is going to give us...
Kinsey Cakes.
I'm sorry, Kinsey Cakes. My apology. From Kinsey Cakes is going to talk to us about funding her business. We'll be right back.
Imagine Possibilities Unlimited. Well, they're here, and they want to help your business. Possibilities Unlimited offers the best business consulting and coaching that provides incredible results. Ralph White and his team of experts bring a variety of experience and expertise to your business. Discover how their whole life matrix can positively affect your personal and business life. Focusing on key challenges, they'll devise a customized plan and give you the support you need every step of the way until you achieve your intended results. Call Possibilities Unlimited today at 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538. No business is too big or too small. Possibilities Unlimited can help them all. Call now at 310-372-8538 or visit consulting2win.com. That's consulting2win.com.
Do you own your own business? What would happen if your computer system crashed? Would you be able to recover in a reasonable amount of time? Left Brain Tech's computer services caters to business owners who want reliable computer systems that work and are backed up in case of emergency. For your entire computer needs, call 888-239-2216 or visit leftbraintechs.com. IT solutions done right with Left Brain Techs. That's 888-239-2216 or leftbraintechs.com.
Oh man, it never fails. My suitcase just got ripped apart.
Life is a journey. Make it a pleasant one. Use Samsonite. You know the name. For almost a century, Samsonite luggage has proved itself to be the worldwide leader in innovative travel solutions. Let it be yours. Visit HealthyLife.net's affiliate Samsonite on our homepage and click to look at the fine luggage from suitcases to golf travel bags. And don't forget, take a look at their travel accessories. Make life a journey, a pleasant one, with Samsonite.
Whether your business is in products or services, one thing you need to be successful is sales. And now you can take the mystery out of selling and discover how to consistently produce top sales results with Possibilities Unlimited 8-week Sales to Win course. The Sales to Win course can be attended by anyone from anywhere because it's given by conference call. You'll be taught by top sales and marketing experts all about the sales process, and you'll be given top techniques and tips. It's all simply broken down for you and presented in a stress-free environment. But the best thing is, it's so affordable. It's money well spent because you'll make even more money back with your increased sales. Don't wait. Enroll in the Sales to Win course for yourself and your sales staff right now. You won't want to miss this opportunity to raise your bottom line. Call 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538.
HealthyLife.net, the positive radio network.
Call now at 1-800-555-5453 if you have a question about business. And now back to the Business Beat. Here's your host, Ralph White.
Welcome back. This is the Business Beat, and I'm Ralph White here with Mary Mullenhoff, and we're giving a coaching call to Jennifer Anderson from Kinsey Cakes. So Jennifer, I'm delighted that you have a banking background because that means you can package your business when we get bigger so that you can, get investors in it and raise money. So you know exactly, how to package it for the bank and exactly how to package it for investors. So that, and you've also got the the financial background, which gives you a real advantage in managing your business, knowing how important it is to manage it by the numbers.
Right.
So that's truly an advantage. How do you see, at what point do you see that you would be doing that?
I'm kind of on the cusp. I would start reaching out and looking for investors once I was at a place where I feel I could, make that jump. Anywhere between, 6 months to, next year this time. And the best way for us really to package it up, to present it is, we want to get the most amount from those who are giving us funding.
Mm-hmm.
Our best, package deal would be that we are so fresh and no one else out there uses, 100%, real fresh ingredients. A lot of our competitors and those we see as competitors use a different type of butter that sours much quicker than ours. The shelf life of our product is longer than our competitors. A lot of our competitors also use sweet creams in European butters, and they use food coloring and artificial flavors, which you can taste. When you compare, our product side by side to another product, you can tell if you're using an imitation vanilla or if you're using a pure vanilla bean. And that's really how I, set ourselves up with, an array of samples and present to those asking for funding.
Okay, so you already got that in mind. So you're planning that. You've got a, that's part of the overall plan for the project.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have a written business plan?
I have a rough business plan. I wouldn't say it's final.
But it's in writing.
Yes.
Okay, good. So you're ahead of about 75% of businesses out there. Most businesses do not have a written business plan, even rough.
Okay.
Okay. So my sense is your biggest challenge is the fact that, you're going to have to bake daily.
Yep.
In order, so you're like up early baking to deliver.
Yep.
And then you've got to sell.
Correct.
So and you're the only person in the business.
Correct.
So we need a sales department, and we need some sort of a mechanism. You need like the Girl Scouts selling for you in a sense, or we need some.
Or you need your grandma to bake them while you go sell them.
Right.
We need to create some kind of an incentive, or a commission-based selling, or some other mother or some friend of yours.
Yep.
Or someone else that a partner. We need more hours. Someone calling, that with proficient in sales.
Yep.
Making sales calls for you.
Yep.
How are we going to create that?
That's where I guess I'm sort of at a loss. I don't have family on this coast to kind of help as backup, and all of my friends currently have full-time 9-to-5 jobs. So I could either start, looking outside. I guess that would be really my only option at this point.
Are you involved in any kid groups or things where you like do Mommy and Me or any of that kind of stuff?
I'm not. I looked in the area for groups like that, and there's a couple out there, but I haven't been involved. But it sounds like that might be an outlet possibly to reach out to other moms that are looking for something on a light schedule.
Yeah, in fact, there's a number of them in the South Bay, if that's where you want to get started, where they ask for, they're always looking for topics, speakers, people who will come and, sort of talk to them about things, and you can, provide both the speaking opportunity as well as the desserts.
Yep.
Yeah, there are a lot of, in the South Bay area, a lot of very talented women that are mothers that are looking for part-time jobs.
Yep.
That I would look for that, and create some kind of a commission-based agreement with them.
Yep.
And then train them, and you could actually put them in our Sales to Win course.
Okay.
And we'll train them how to sell, and if they've got to where you've put a team of them together. So they're doing, calling on Whole Foods, calling on putting together a marketing plan.
Yep.
Because here's the challenge on sales. Sales requires time.
Yep.
And it's just not, you can't, you're not going to get to 1 million cupcakes, linearly. You're going to have more hours devoted to it and more relationships. You're going to have people going on LinkedIn looking for and hunting down relationships
Yep.
with people. You're going to have to, I would go on LinkedIn and find somebody that had relationships in the arena that you're looking for, and then contact that person, and see if you could create some sort of a relationship with them.
Right.
I mean, if you found a woman on there or it doesn't have to be a woman, but found someone on there that had relationships with markets or that in the area that you're interested in,
Yep.
contacted with them and asked them if they wanted to represent you, and then you build the model and find somebody to represent you to sell, and then would you consider having someone else manufacture for you?
I would consider it, definitely.
Okay, so there are other bakeries here in LA that manufacture, that you could manufacture to your specifications. So I would find subcontracting bakeries that that you would make to your recipe and use your products, and then have them price it out at certain volumes. So then all of a sudden you'd have the ability to make, large volumes, and you'd have pricing on it. You'd go and you'd get your develop your selling department, develop your manufacturing, and then you're just coordinating it.
Yep.
That's the, I work with a client that has a sales department here in the United States. They have an office in Hong Kong, and then they have a whole bunch of manufacturers in Hong Kong, and they make a whole line of products.
Right.
They don't actually make anything, but they coordinate the efforts, manufacture probably 1,000 different items,
Right.
Make them in Hong Kong, ship them to the United States under their name, but they actually fabricate absolutely nothing.
Okay. Which would take care of wholesale opportunities and keeping up with high demand.
Right.
Having a smaller staff.
Right.
If I were to reach out. Okay.
And then,
Fabulous.
and with that model, you don't need the money, you just need to make the sales. Then we've got you going around, smiling and sharing your cupcakes. You're building samples
Yep.
that you're sharing with people and enrolling them in you and tasting them and seeing how great they are.
Yep.
So you're not making production. So we're going to take another break here, and when we come back, we're still going to talk with Jennifer and give her some more ideas on how she can grow her business. So we'll be right back.
There are 3 wise women at Possibilities Unlimited, and if you want to improve your business's bottom line, you'll want to get to know them because they want to help you with your business, and they can. Wise web woman Bonnie Landau will help make your website the best it can be. She'll help you with all web-related things, including social media. Wise marketing woman Mary Mullinoff wields her magic to find and obtain sales leads for you, and she'll help you identify and qualify prospects. Leanne Farmer, wise work life woman, hones your customer relations, communications, and sales skills as she teaches you how to manage your work and life in balance. There are options of coaching with one or all 3 wise women. Get to know them now. Call 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538, or visit consulting2win.com. That's consulting2win.com.
What does HealthyLife.net and Amazon.com have in common? Well, they're both available on the internet. They both give great value. But most important, most of our positive program hosts and guests are accomplished authors, and their books are available from, you got it, Amazon.com. Now, it even gets better than that, because when you're listening on air to a HealthyLife.net host or guest, you can go directly to Amazon.com and you can order your book while you're still listening to your favorite HealthyLife.net program. So when you hear an author you like, go to the homepage of HealthyLife.net and click on Amazon.com.
Demystify the world of social marketing and get it to work for you. You can maximize your market potential in sales, and Bonnie Landau of Possibilities Unlimited can help. Discover how to use Twitter, LinkedIn, and more to market your business. Learn how to expand your prospect base, improve your web presence, but more importantly, get results. Your possibilities are unlimited. Social networking can impact your bottom line in a positive way. Find out how with Bonnie Landau of Possibilities Unlimited. Call today at 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538 or visit consulting2win.com, consulting number 2win.com.
Do you own your own business? What would happen if your computer system crashed? Would you be able to recover in a reasonable amount of time? Left Brain Tech's computer services caters to business owners who want reliable computer systems that work and are backed up in case of emergency. For your entire computer needs, call 888-239-2216 or visit leftbraintechs.com. IT solutions done right with Left Brain Techs. That's 888-239-2216 or leftbraintechs.com.
All positive talk with a mature edge. HealthyLife.net.
Keeping a finger on the pulse of business to increase the flow of profit. Here's Business Beat with your host, Ralph White.
Okay, so we're here with Mary Mullenhoff and Jennifer Anderson from Kinsey Cakes, and I'm looking at a picture of a Kinsey cake and getting really hungry here. So they look great. So Jennifer, how can I get my hands on one of these Kinsey cakes?
We are available in our farmers markets and through catering. You can go to kenziecakes.com. We do have several pictures up on our website under gourmet cupcakes. All flavors are available, all 7. Culver City, Tuesday afternoon from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. at night. We're available. And in Playa Vista, Saturdays from 9 to 2, every other Saturday in Playa Vista.
Okay, and do you ship them?
We are working on shipping. Currently, we do deliveries, so you can call us up or reach out to us online, and we can deliver. But we're working on shipping, so pretty soon you can send them out to all your friends and family if you can't spend their birthday.
Okay.
Is the Culver City and Playa Vista locations the farmers markets?
Yes, they are.
Do you hit the Manhattan Beach and the Hermosa Beach one as well?
We don't. We're actually working on branching out and having another setup. We were offered to be in the Manhattan Beach, but it was the same time as the Culver City, so we had to pick one. But as soon as we're taking this great advice from Ralph, and we'll hopefully be able to have another tent up in other areas.
Right. So I'm hearing that you're going to get someone else to bake.
It sounds like an option.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I could subcontract baking.
There's definitely a number of bakeries. You want to have more than one vendor.
Yeah.
So I was in the manufacturing business for years, 38 years actually. So you want to look through the look online, find bakeries. They'll find out what lots that they'll manufacture in. Tell them, show them your recipes. Ask them to find out what their minimum quantities are and what their baking quantities are, and get pricing from them.
Right.
And then and I would get pricing from at least 3 of them.
Yep.
And go check them out, see that you're satisfied with the cleanliness and the quality of their work.
Yep.
And make sure that meet them, see that you're comfortable with the owner and the staff.
Yep.
That they're not changing the ingredients because you're asking for something special there.
Yep.
But there's definitely bakeries. I've had clients in the past. I can't recall their names at the moment that we're in the bakery business that we're doing that. So that's definitely a source. And that way we've got you out being in sales, because that's the key. Sales is everything.
Yep.
No sales, no business.
Right.
And you've got to to get this 1 million cupcakes sold, we got to get more hours in selling. Yeah. So Mary has some ideas that she wants to share with you as well.
Yeah, I've actually spent some time also in the realm of corporate finance, and when we dealt with startup businesses, one of the big things besides the uniqueness of the product that we looked at was the customer list. And while you've got the individual, people and parties and that kind of thing. It might be a good idea for you to come up with your strategy for hitting the corporate and then some of these other, say bakeries and, maybe like Ralph's, for example. My husband just had a birthday and I bought his cake at Ralph's, and they were swamped with cake orders, cakes and cupcakes and everything. And I remember asking if I needed to give more than a 24-hour notice, and she said, well, you might be cutting it a little close because I've got these 8 orders in front of you. And I mean, it was insane. This is, this is the Ralph's Bakery in, Manhattan Village. So I think there is definitely a lot of opportunity. I've been to, I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and I've been to at least 30 birthday parties this year where the majority of them were all cupcakes. And, so I think that client list is almost as much value as the, ingredients and the specialness of the product itself.
Yeah, find yourself a church and offer them, a discount, for, or some kind of special, for the people, the members of the church, and, something, or, find a church with a lot of members and offer to tithe, something to the church for the people at the church that buy your product. That's another idea.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Also,
wait.
Yeah.
Let me add to it. So in my church, it's every Sunday, the first Sunday of every month, there's pancake breakfast. But every other Sunday is donut Sunday. So you can go to the donut person and say, how about donuts and cupcakes?
Oh yeah.
And add cupcakes, because most of the time they have so many people, they run out of donuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I mean, there's definitely, I see a huge potential in this area.
Another thing that I recommend to clients is look at your competition. Look at the business models of at least 10 larger competitors. Look at like Famous Amos. Look at Mrs. Fields. Look at the business models of competition, larger companies, of how, who are they selling to? How are they distributing? How is the company designed? Where are they located? What are they doing? Investigate the business model. How are they languaging their products? How are they talking about it? And see what you can incorporate in your business model from them.
And then also, you had mentioned that a lot of your families in the East Coast are not living here in California. I think that's a huge opportunity for you to go coast to coast.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting. I named my daughter Sarah Beth, and when I had a baby shower, everybody was like, "Oh, we found this amazing place in New York City called Sarah Beth's Kitchen, and they do jams or something." And that created this huge frenzy of people buying me all these jams that had the name Sarah Beth's Kitchen on it. So, it's not that, it wasn't, at least when I first heard of it, not a big deal, and now it seems to be a very big business. So.
Right. That's really where our drive to ship, coast to coast, just because I can't always, spend birthday with, my family back home, but to ship them, a box of cupcakes would be great. So that's really where we want to drive our shipping sales.
Okay, well, then get a supplier on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That
All
would
right.
be ideal.
So, Jennifer, I want to thank you for being on the show. Thank you for being open to being coached, and want to offer this coaching to any of our listeners. If you'd like the opportunity to be coached in your business, please send an email to Ralph, RALPH, at consultingtowin.com, and we'll have you on the show. We'll be right back.
Making it perfect or nothing else is the company culture at Goldbrecht USA, a premier luxury window and door manufacturer. Doing business since 1889, every window and door is made with old-world craftsmanship and the finest materials, meticulous design, sleek finishing, and a commitment to the environment. They even use environmentally friendly transportation. Made in Germany, available in the U.S., Goldbrecht USA is located in Santa Monica, California. For the world's best windows and doors, visit www.goldbrechtusa.com or call now at 310-393-5540. That's 310-393-5540. Whether your business is in products or services, one thing you need to be successful is sales. And now, you can take the mystery out of selling and discover how to consistently produce top sales results with Possibilities Unlimited 8-week Sales to Win course. The Sales to Win course can be attended by anyone from anywhere because it's given by conference call. You'll be taught by top sales and marketing experts all about the sales process, and you'll be given top techniques and tips. It's all simply broken down for you and presented in a stress-free environment. But the best thing is, it's so affordable. It's money well spent because you'll make even more money back with your increased sales. Don't wait. Enroll in the Sales to Win course for yourself and your sales staff right now. You won't want to miss this opportunity to raise your bottom line. Call 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538.
Uplifting Talk. HealthyLife.net.
Okay, so we come to the end of another show. It was very nice to have Jennifer on here, and I still think I'd like to have one of those cupcakes.
No, we don't need them unless you make them low fat.
All right. So, all right.
You can make it all natural and be low fat.
I see. Okay. All right. So the play for the week, as I recommended to Jennifer, create your future plan. Create your 3 intentions for the future that are a stretch, and then build a bridge plan from where you're at to that future. So build a plan to get there. And then I invite you to send that plan to me, Ralph@consultingtowin.com, and I'll give you, a comment on it. I'll respond back and see if I can see anything that would, that I could give you any coaching on it. So build the bridge plan to get from where you're at to the future intentions, and send it to Ralph@consultingtowin. Have a great week. We'll be back with another guest and more coaching next week. Thank you very much for listening.